And the main thing that really bothered me is that there's some people that don't really know the difference between something. There's a difference from messing up the source material in an unrealistic and a generally bad way and then simply telling it a different way. Like simply telling it the different way. Now when there's superhero movies like The Amazing Spider-Man and stuff like that, that people accept it to be accurate to the comics, and for some reason fans seem to nitpick over small things like, oh my gosh, why is Norman Osborn's son the Green Goblin when it's supposed to be its father? Oh my gosh, why did this? How come like this happened and all this stuff? Stuff and like yada yada yada, and how we complain about things and things like that. Okay, listen. Listen. There's a difference between a movie and a comic book. Well, a majority of movies are trying their hardest to be, accurate to the source material. The movies themselves never promised 100%. They're supposed to be 100% accurate. I mean, to be perfectly honest, you as a comic book fan, wouldn't it somewhat bother you if it was 100% accurate? I'm not saying that. Like, I'm just saying if they basically took the comics that you read, wouldn't that be the tiniest bit boring? Because despite the new special effects and actually seeing what's going on, it's basically the exact same thing, only real. That's what they're doing. They don't want to take the exact same thing and rehash it. They want to get our beloved characters and do something new with them, something unique and new. So don't complain saying that it's inaccuracy when it's actually just telling a story from a different perspective. Which really annoys me, because there's a difference in a movie being different because it's not like the book, and a movie being bad because it's not like a book. Now let's compare the differency to another movie, and that is Lovely Bones, which your movie Sucks made fun of as Lovely Boner. Well, Lovely Bones is a movie that sucks for obvious reasons. I have not read the book, but they got it wrong. Okay, and that is they cut out most of the things that made the book good with all this magical heaven bullcrap, and absolutely nothing made sense about it, and it was just stupid. Now, that right there wasn't a reimagining. That was just pointless bullcrap. Now, if you're going to make something new with the story, at least have it make sense or somewhat realistic, or actual realistic alternative, not something like that. And another thing, such as Double Rainbow. Now, comparing Double Rainbow, did Double Rainbow take the source material of My Little Pony and tell it in a different way? No, it did not. The reason why most of the things in Spider-Man aren't really, the claims that are against it aren't really that, invalid. It's simply because it still makes sense in this universe. Although, except for some of the things, plot holes in the movie, such as Harry breaking in and with only a taser, and the fact that he was like talking with Electro when there were clearly cameras there. I mean, how come nobody did anything? Were those idiots just busy eating donuts and watching a teenager who broke in talking to some clearly dangerous natural villain? Those were my only problems with that movie. Anyways, going back. Back with Double Rainbow, the thing that they did is that they didn't tell My Little Pony from a different perspective or a different story thing. This is what it is. They didn't have Rainbow Dash's character be accurate at all. Most of the things that happen seem improbable in Friendship is Magic's universe, and I think to myself, sure, Twilight does have spells, but is she really the potion type a type of girl? I mean, the only time we really saw it was in Twilight time, but even then, it seemed more like a hobby than something Twilight really likes to do. Wouldn't that make sense for Sakura than Twilight? I mean, the whole story should have been about Rainbow Dash and Sakura rather than Twilight and Rainbow Dash. Twilight. I blame Twilight for this. So, anyways, something like that. Now was that as differences from screwing up something rather than telling something different. And I think another thing's going to be said with The Giver. I haven't seen The Giver myself, But I bet there are tons of people are going to complain, saying that oh, it's bad because it isn't exactly like the way I view the book, and it isn't, and they changed a few things. Rather than people that are going to like it because it's an interesting take in the book. Now that's really my opinion of what's happening in this situation, but it just bothers me because people need to see it different. Changing something does not screw it up unless it doesn't make any sense in the universe's canon, like Rainbow Dash. Everything that Rainbow Dash did in that special made absolutely no sense in the Friendship is Magic's universe or character. And another thing, I know that Rainbow Dash went extremely fast and had to go through time and all that, but did that really cause her to go in the Powerpuff Girls universe? I mean, I understand Albert Einstein and apparently, the method saying that if we were able to go, as fast as the speed of light, we can actually go in different times, different times or different, places in time. But he never said that we can go through different universes. And another thing, everything that happened in Double Rainbow was just lazy. Rainbow Dash went fast, or suddenly some random hub to Cartoon Network portal, and boom, she's in the Powerpuff Girls universe. That's it. That's all that happens. I mean, seriously, it's just dumb. If you're going to have a crossover, at least make it sense. And if the crossover is through a portal, then why have Rainbow Dash go fast with a stupid potion? Just have her go through the portal. I mean, sure, it's silly, but it's a better excuse than her simply going fast and then boom, portal to Cartoon Network and boom, Powerpuff Girls. Ugh. Now that right there, people, is a difference from telling something from a different perspective and rather than generally screwing things up. Also, another thing is Dusk's Dawn. Now, before I continue on, you're like, why is all of your examples pretty much My Little Pony? Well, I know that... Well, it's just that most of the things that, as a My Little Pony fan, most of the major flaws... sorry, it's the middle of the night, it's hard for me to think. It's just, as a fan of My Little Pony, I get to see certain things that are used for examples more for My Little Pony than most of the other things that I'm into. It's not that, I don't like to see other things or anything. It's just that, really, it's just that My Little Pony is more out there than most of the things that I'm into. I don't know, I'm tired, it's hard for me to think or process anything. So, anyways, as I was going back, Dusk's Dawn did another thing that was horribly wrong. Like I said before, I'm using this as an example merely because it's the most mainstream, most of fails, and merely because I haven't seen things from other things fail as much as Dusk's Dawn. So yeah, so Dusk's Dawn failed because they took a bunch of random OCs with no personalities, as I like to call them, Mary OCs, or I guess OC Sue. I don't know how to phrase that. So yeah, these characters are introduced literally out of nowhere. They have no backstory in the Friendship is Magic universe. They have no established personality. They're just literally out there. And everything throughout the entire thing is out there. Like, nothing is explained. They just the people who made this expect the audience to read their 5-page fan fiction, which I'm glad I didn't read because it was probably as crappy as Dusk's Dawn. And the thing is that after I watched Dusk's Dawn, all I was thinking of, what the heck? Throughout my entire life as a cartoon fan, I have never seen anything be as horrible as far as explaining things. Sure, I've seen movies be terrible at explaining, but never cartoons. Like, I'm not saying cartoons are not bad at explaining things or anything. Like I've seen cartoons be terrible at explaining, just not merely as bad as Dusk's Dawn. I mean, absolutely nothing was explained. And things like that. For example, the character that was introduced, I forgot what his name was, but he was like the main protagonist slash antagonist of this film. They just explain that he's this unicorn, basically Twilight. Just strip everything that makes Twilight a unique character and just put, I like to do magic, I like to learn about magic, I like to do spells. That's pretty much all his character is, to be quite honest. So yeah, he does that, and apparently for some reason he finds his black self, and then all this stuff happens. I mean, stuff like that, from bad storytelling, perspective. And the thing is that why I'm making this video is merely to tell you there's a difference. There's a difference from taking something that we all know and love and doing bad storytelling than us saying, oh, it's bad and nitpicking simply because it's different. There is a difference. As for certain fan animations or certain things which people may find bad, or certain movies or whatever, some of them I may agree on when it comes to messing things up in the universe's canon, while others I think people are just complaining and moaning by the fact that it wasn't the way they wanted it to be. And that's just really my opinion of the situation. If you're wondering why I sound so I phrase my words so weirdly, it's simply because it's 1 o'clock in the freaking morning and I could hardly even think. So yeah, I'm probably most likely going to be somewhat embarrassed by this video in the morning, but I don't care. I'm going to upload it anyways. That was really my take on this, and bye.